everybody. Welcome back to Treasure Light's Breakthrough. I'm your host, Treasure Light, and as promised, after the introduction I gave, I will be doing a facial today, my regime that I do for my acne prone and oily skin. I do suffer with the large or open pores. I suffer with dark pigmentation, uneven texture, as well as acne scarring, which I would call pockmarks. All right. Before I get to that, I do want to make an apology. During my tutorial, I was mentioning something about disclaimers, and then somehow I just got off topic a little bit and went somewhere else and completely forgot to say what I was going to say about disclaimers. Whenever I'm mentioning someone else's video, that I may be using something from that video on myself, like for instance, when I'm doing a makeup tutorial, there are people I watch, there are influencers I watch, and then I will probably mention that particular person in the video, and that way I don't want to cause any issues, but I want to give credit where credit's due. There are several influencers I've watched in order to even start my YouTube channel, and I want to once again give credit where credit's due. I don't want to step on any toes, but if my channel flourishes, well, then I would look at that as them getting more exposure. So let's get back to what this tutorial is going to cover. I have several things I used to use in the past. I will just make mention of them because I most likely do not have those products today. And those were the ones that did not work. And then I will mention the things that do work, and I will show you what I use now and what's been working on my skin overall, I would say for the last 3 years. All right, so first and foremost, the things that I used to use on my face, I'm very allergic. I guess my skin does not like benzoyl peroxide. I cannot use products with benzoyl peroxide in it. It causes my skin to dry out. Even if I skip a day, skip a week, I still will get dried out skin. It will cause more acne, and it will become a problem, as you know. And then I continue to try the different products with benzoyl peroxide in it and not knowing, and I was just making my acne so bad it was just ridiculous. I never had cystic acne, but if you do, I'm really not sure what products are best for cystic acne. All I know is I've had teenage acne into adulthood. I've had it all over my face, on my body, my chest, my arms, my back. Okay, so this is all I know and what I will be discussing. In the past, I used Oxy, the pads. I used Neutrogena face wash, exfoliants, and things of this nature. Those things never helped me. So, what I use today, I forgot to get the Olay foaming cleanser wash that I gave to my mom and the toner, but I was using those just as a gentle wash. And my mother has the Olay 24-hour retinol Regenerist, I believe is the name of the things that she has, the cream that she has. And so I just gave her the foaming wash and the toner, and it did not come in a mist bottle. The toner did not come in a mist bottle, so I put it in a little mist bottle. But I switched from using that once I gave her that to using this. And these are sorry, I'll have it upside down, sorry about that. Exfoliating pads. They're by Believe Beauty, and I believe it's, skin is what it says on here, and then it's Believe Beauty is the name. And I got both the exfoliating pads. The exfoliating pads have glycolic acid and salicylic acid. That salicylic acid is what is great for my skin. And the face toning mist comes with a little spray, so you don't have to actually get a separate spray bottle. It's infused with witch hazel and lotus extract. Okay, so these are my two go-tos as far as my exfoliating pads go, and the toner. What I use on my face for my cleansing, when I'm exfoliating in the shower, I will go in with, I got the Clearasil Rapid Rescue Deep Treatment, and this is the scrub. And salicylic acid in all of these. I have the Clearasil Stubborn Acne Control 5-in-1 and exfoliating wash, and this also has salicylic acid, and it states that it is for blocked pores, pimple size, excess oil, acne marks, and blackheads. It does not work with for blackheads. And then I have the pads. They are textured, so I only just swipe them on. If I haven't used the exfoliating pads, I'll just use these as an exfoliating pad. And then if I've only used my, micellar water, this is my other cleanser with or without makeup. When I use that, then if I use these, I will use it as an exfoliant because it is also textured. So once again, if I use these are for exfoliating, and they are very textured, so I will not swipe my face harshly. When I say harshly, I mean I won't really add pressure. I shouldn't have said harshly, but I won't add pressure if I've used the exfoliating pads. I will use pressure if I haven't. That way I will exfoliate with these as well. Okay? All right, so now with that out of the way, you know how I cleanse my face. Products that I've used on my face for acne scarring, and that is, and I forgot to take that out as well, so please excuse me for just a moment. I know I'm getting really like out of focus and out of the camera view, but I apologize. Ambi, this is my go-to for scarring, and I've been using this for over, I would say, about 15 years now. This is for oily skin. It's a fade cream, and it's my go-to for all the scars. I did fail to mention that the Clearasil 5-in-1 pads also helped with the discoloration. Okay, what else? Now we're going to go into the different things I used to remove hair that was on my face, and then we'll talk about blackheads. I used to use Sally Hansen's wax strips. These are the wax strips. I only took out 2 so I can show you. These are from Sally Hansen. And these you just rub in your hands. You do not have to microwave. You rub it in your hands. You'll get 2 sides. So when you peel this apart, you will get one side and the other side. And you put it wherever. I got hair here a lot. Of course, my upper lip. And then I used to get it a lot here and a lot here. I say used to because I decided not to use that anymore. It was really hurting to rip that off in such a tender spot. The Ozoline oil helps with razor bumps and soothing the pain from ripping these strips off your face. All right, I did not like that at all, and so I started to use this little doohickey I got off of Amazon. It comes with different heads, but this is the one for shaving. I stopped using this too, and I'll tell you guys why in a moment. These are the different heads that it comes with, and these heads are one for eyebrows, another one for trimming your, I guess, hairline, and this one is nose, which I've never used any of these, just only this one here. Okay, so now the reason why I don't use this is because every single day I was getting the same results basically as you would get if you were shaving your face. The hair grew back the very next day. I had a 5 o'clock shadow, as I suppose anybody with hair on their face will know. By 5 o'clock, literally, the hair would be back and it would be showing up, and then you could clearly see that I had hair growing on my face. What I went to doing, excuse me for just another second as I put this away. I'm trying to keep the area clean. Alright, so what I went to doing was, seriously, I just started plucking the hair out of my face. Like, it worked better. I got more of the follicle, and once I got the follicle, the hair growing back really didn't come back. Or if anything did come back, it came back so little, and I got it so right away that I basically solved my issue with that. And I won't recommend people to pluck the hair out of their face unless that's just what they want to do. But if you found something else that works, please put it down below in the comment section so that us ladies that still may have some kind of hair we might want to get rid of, we can, and it won't be, growing back so quickly or growing back at all. I know they have laser treatments, but these are the at-home things that I do because I'm not a wealthy woman. I'm not even a well-to-do woman where I can go out and afford those kinds of things. And even if I was being antisocial, I would not even go out and allow someone to do that because they'd be up close. And right now with the pandemic going on, well, we all know what's going on with that. All right, now to get rid of blackheads, because as I mentioned, those things there that I showed you do not, although they say they do, get rid of blackheads. Neither the Bure pads, strips, they do not get rid of blackheads either, okay? But I use them to just, take out whiteheads. They can do that. Take out, it'll take off the soft, fuzzy skin, almost a skin hair on my face. I could do that. And if I guess I loosened any other hairs, it comes off with these Bure strips. The other thing that works is, for me, charcoal masks, peel-off masks, and peel-off strips. Now, they work only in conjunction. Let me be clear. They work only in conjunction with my suction tool here. When I use this, I suppose it pulls enough of the blackhead to the surface that when I put this on or I use a strip, it will pull the blackhead out. The Acne, the Clearasil Acne wash, or any of the pads or anything that says they alleviate the blackheads at all, that is not true. I have been using Clearasil for, how many years? I would say anywhere between 10 to 12 years. And so I know for a fact it does not get rid of blackheads. It does not eliminate blackheads from even arriving. So this little doohickey I got off of Amazon. It's plugged by USB, charged by USB cable. You do not need batteries. It comes with, let me put this down for just a second because I don't know if you guys have ever seen these, but the Black Magic peel off charcoal mask, and then there is this one which is called the Studio Selection nose and face charcoal pore strips. Okay, these help to pull out the blackheads only after I use this, not by themselves. Okay, so when it says that on there, it doesn't. Before I used those charcoal Black Magic peel off masks, I was using the Garnier black peel off mask, and this is the same thing with charcoal. I just couldn't find any more. My bottle's empty, as you hear, and I couldn't find this out here for whatever reason, but I just had gotten it from the supermarket out here, which is the Publix. And by the way, I keep saying out here, guys, I live in Florida now. Okay, all right, so I'm going to show you the heads that come with this. There are 6 different ones. This is my go-to. I always use this one. Okay, then there's this. Let me try to grab them all up so I can show them all together. Okay, there we go. And they may look similar, but one is slanted. The one I just showed you is slanted. This one is just straightforward. Okay, then there is this one here. This little one is to get into like the little creases in the nose area. And then this one, although it will look similar to the other one I showed, it's a smaller circle, and this one is slanted as well. Okay, so before I continue on, and this is my go-to. As you can see, it's like a little oval shape, and then there's like a bit of a slant to this one as well, so it's not straight across. And I'm going to show you those 2 big ones again so you can see the difference in the slant and the other one that's straight. So hopefully you guys can see that. So one is curved with a slant, and this one is straight, but the holes are approximately the same size. Okay, there we go. That's a good look right there. All right, so that's how this comes with those different heads. And I think Let me put my original one back on. Okay, and for this little machine here, I love this thing. When you press the top, it comes on, it starts to flash which one you have it set on. It's oily, normal, and dry. I have it set, of course, for oily. And then you press the bottom and it goes to normal. You press again and it goes to dry. Okay? And then back to normal, because that's what I always keep it set on for my skin. I love that machine. When it does show you that it's charging, it lights up red, but the red does not go off, so just gauge how long you think you might have had it on, or set a timer if that helps. But in the beginning, you charge it for an hour before use, and then afterwards you charge it however long you're going to charge it so that you can use it. Okay, and I forgot to mention that this one, this shaver here, like I said, that I do not use anymore, is battery, not battery, is USB cable as well, but it's this type of USB, and you just plug it in to your USB, and that's it. That's how you charge this one up. Okay, and that one came with a little mini brush here to clean it as you go along. I usually use my alcohol water to clean everything that I have, which is just basically hydrogen peroxide and alcohol with a little bit of water to dilute, and that's what I use to clean everything that you'll ever see me use. And I'll be demonstrating my suction today. I already cleansed my face in the shower with my Clearasil, both of the washes. I usually use about I would say a nickel size of each, and I mix them together. That's these two here, and I will mix them together, and I put it all over my face, my neck, my décolleté, my shoulders, and where I can reach on my upper part of my back. And later on I use something else for my lower part of my back where I've had scarring. Okay, and then I've already used that in the shower. I have not put anything else on my face. There is nothing else whatsoever on my skin, because I wanted to make sure I can start the tutorial with, you know, a naked face, no makeup, no nothing that I have to actually wash off any further from here. And so there's another thing I got off of Amazon, and I was told that a lot of times people get this, and that because they're not professional, they tend to not know how to use it. Well, for me, first I had one that was just one, and I got the I can't remember, I'm thinking, I want to say 2.33, but there might even not be a 2.33 needle, but the needle was the largest of the needles that I can use. And I started out with that, and that's how I learned how to derma roll. This particular derma roll kit comes with everything you'll see in just a moment. Let me just make sure this is completely closed, because I do not want my solution spilling out when I try to show this kit. It's a beautiful kit. I love it. All right, so this is my new derma roller kit. Okay, and I'm holding the tray top down because I don't want to spill anything, so I'm going to show as best I can. Okay, and it comes with detachable heads. This is my face roller, and the only one I've used so far. 0.33, I believe, are the needles on this one. Then there's one for the body. Then there's one for small areas. I would use that in between my forehead, maybe here, my laugh lines, but I've yet to use it because, like I said, I just used that one there. It covers everything for me. And then there's this here, and there's little needles like so on this one. Okay, and that's, I guess, for targeted areas. All right, and then I love this part. Inside of here, can you see that moving around? The silicone top, I'm not going to take off. That's just the solution that I mixed up, which I just explained, is alcohol, hydrogen peroxide, and water. And I do that because that's what I use to clean both of my suction machine head and the head on this little baby here. And last but not least, it comes with a little silicone scrubber. Now, always make sure your hands are very clean before touching anything you are going to use, including touching your face. And this, as I had mentioned, I forgot to take it off. This is the little silicone top there. Keep everything nice and neat and in place And I also, if I didn't say so, got this from Amazon. Okay? And it comes with, we'll be using this today. It comes with its own top, like this top here. Okay? Let's put that back on there. And everything is well secured. Let me see if I have it on. Nope, sorry, turn it around. Everything is well secured inside. No spillage, no nothing. Okay? So that even helps reinforce again keeping your solution clean by having this top here on top of the silicone top. Now, I used to put aloe vera on my face, and every once in a while I'll still probably use this aloe vera gel. I tend not to do it as much anymore, not because it had any kind of bad reaction or of any kind, no adverse reaction to it. It's just I found something else that I prefer to use for now. So let me put that back. I started with hyaluronic acids when I found out about those. And this was the first one, and I got all these, the aloe vera and these off of Amazon, and a lot of things that I've showed you so far I've gotten from Amazon. And this was the other one, the hyaluronic acid, I started to use. Now the reason I got this one is because they had no more of this, but this was my favorite because it had a thickness to it that was not like, it didn't drip down your face. And this one was very liquidy, and I liked the results, but I just did not like the fact that it was like water. Okay? And so I found my Trio. You guys are getting nice goods and look good up close as on my face, right? Okay, I found this Trio. It's called Tree of Life. This is also from Amazon. And the vitamin C, you get the retinol, and you get the hyaluronic acid. And I love the texture of all three of these. Now you can use the vitamin C serum along with the hyaluronic acid as your morning routine, and you can use your retinol and your hyaluronic acid as your night routine. When I did my night routine in the past, I would use the hyaluronic acid along with my Nivea cream. And now I just use these three. All three in the morning, then all three at night as my entire regime. Okay, so I don't do one in the morning, one at night, one in the that kind of thing. I do it all three together, and then I just do it twice a day. All right, so now we go to my relaxation time is, one more second, done with. Excuse me, I'll be right back. Sorry for leaving the frame. Okay. Again, Amazon is my go-to for a lot of things, guys. Even the equipment I'm using right now is from Amazon. All right. These are my relaxation face masks, face sheets. And I love them. I love them. They feel cool. They make my face feel like a baby's behind when I am all said and done with the entire regime. And then just as a pick-me-up, when I'm relaxing in the middle of the night, watching TV or whatever I'm doing, writing in my journal, whatever, I will put on one of these because I suffer from menopause. So I get hot flashes. And when I get hot flashes, it just makes me so uncomfortable. And sometimes I will just be like, you know what? I feel like a sheet mask to cool my body off. These do not have to be refrigerated. They're cool to the touch right now, just inside the pack. And I haven't even opened it, but they're very cooling. All right, so this is by Dermal, and this is the herb. You get 18 times 2. So for every one, you get 2 each. Okay, so that's 36 altogether. You get 18 packs, and each pack is different. All right, so now you get the green tea. You'll get that twice. You'll get the herb twice. And then, oops, I dropped one. I hope it's one I already still have in here. Aloe, white, gold. They have platinum. They have, give me one moment again. As you guys can see that I tend to drop things sometimes, and I apologize for those things, okay? This is the charcoal, which I would use after sometimes when I'm using my charcoal masks and stuff. Okay. Snail. I will not put this on my face. I think I'll give this to my mom. I won't put it on my face because there's snail extract and I don't like snails. Like when I see them on the street sliding, I don't like that nastiness. I'm not going to put that on my face. Royal jelly. That's another herb. That's another royal jelly. Hydrolanate. Of course, that's hydrolonic. Same thing. I showed you guys the gold. This is the platinum. Cucumber. I showed you the aloe. Vitamin. Aqua, if I didn't show, that's just water, but it's refreshing. It's not just water in them. I think I showed you guys the white. I showed you the platinum. I showed you the snail. And this one, I apologize. And this one is snake. I will never put this on my skin because there is actual snake venom, according to them, in this. And I won't be putting that on my face. Now, there are other things, other ingredients in here that they normally go with, and that's collagen is the main one. That's in all of them. All of them have collagen in them. And then down below, wherever their little symbol is here, will tell you what each one does. It's this one specifically says firming, mild, and healthy. No. All right. So that's how those work. Now I'm going to set this up, so that I can step closer to the mirror and demonstrate how I cleanse my face. And as we go along, I will show you some other things, and we'll discuss my mental health, what I was diagnosed with. We will discuss my how I cope with it, and this is also part of how I cope with it. This is my alone, go to quiet place, just to do something good for me, to make me happy, especially if I'm very stressed out. And stress does cause acne. Stress is not good for your skin. Okay? Oh, I'm sorry. I forgot one other thing. And this is my, I love this thing here. Also got this from Amazon. This is my brush. My spin brush. And as you can, this one is charcoal, as you can see. And they come with their own caps to keep them very clean. But I told you. And then it has this little base here. And you can just put it right there on the base. And then it has the regular cleansing brush. And then on this side, oops, let me put that back so it's not messing up my brush bristles. Okay. On this side, whoopsie. Let me just take this off because it tends to not want to sit there if I'm trying to move around. This is the sponge. I don't use it because it's, of course, you could put on your cleanser with it. You can put on your moisturizers or your serums, but then I think everything will absorb into the sponge, and at that point, like what is the use of it? I don't understand. Give me 1 second, guys. There's another part to this, one other head. So let me just grab that really quick. I hear you moving around in here. Can you come to me? Thank you. Okay. And this one is for massaging. It goes to the bottom. It goes to the bottom of this, but I can't get it off whenever I have my acrylics on, and so I just leave it inside of my makeup bag. And this, you just turn it on and roll it around. This one does require batteries. In fact, it requires, let's take off the bottom here, tell you, 2 AA batteries. Okay, so be sure that you have that handy. I don't remember if it came with batteries for me to use. I just dropped the top, so I have to clean that before I put that back on. But yeah, so this is how it sits. Then there's, like I said, the one that'll go at the bottom, and then you can just take off the tops like this and replace with a new one. whichever one. Of course, charcoal, so it's my go-to. Everything that you see just already sitting on these kinds of things is always my go-to. Please forgive me. Okay, I'll clean that in a second, so let me just put that down. Okay. Now, how you guys will be seeing me when I'm doing my facial is through my mirror, but just for the purpose of showing everything, that's why I had to keep reaching over and grabbing things, because I just wanted to make sure that you guys had a nice close-up of my face to see that I have nothing on it, no makeup, no nothing. This is my natural skin and how it looks, and it is not at its best today, because I was a little stressed about doing this video. My mom's out, she's doing her groceries, but I had to do the lift from here. So she had to go to an appointment. I had to call a lift for her to take her there. Then she had to call me when she was done. I had to call a lift to take her from the appointment to the store. And now I'm waiting for her to call again so that she can go from the store back here. And so it caused me to be a little flustered in what I'm trying to do. But I want to get it done, and I don't want to wait for her because, like I said, I'm fresh out of the shower. I don't want to, you know, wait forever to do my facial. All right, so let me get to that now. All right, guys, so as I was waiting to do this facial, and as I was doing the other part of the video, I was sweating. So I am going to go in with my micellar water just for a quick cleanse, and I'm only going to do it once around. I'm not going to go all crazy and hard on it because I'm still going to be using my suction tool there. So let me just do a quick little pick myself up really fast. All right, here we go. Over the eyelids. I get oily everywhere. Okay, it is not just an it's not just my nose and T-zone. That's what I want to say. It is also my eyelids, my chin, everywhere, my upper lip, underneath. I'm just extremely oily. Even inside of my ears get oily, and it is something that I inherited from Mommy Dearest. Okay, so like I said, this is just a pick-me-up I'm doing. It's nothing major, so I didn't get like a lot of dirt and crap off, because it's nothing really to get off there. All right, and so now what I will do, demonstrate the machine. I use the tissue to wipe through, and I'll show everything. To just go through, like when I get the gunk inside the head of this, then I'll just go through the tissue with the tissue, pull it out, then rinse it in the water, the alcohol water solution, and attach it and go over again. So just to show you guys how these things work, I'm not going to really be doing an entire facial on here because it will take too long. Not that it takes me long to do, but for the demonstration of this, it would take me long. I'm just going to do my forehead. My nose is my oiliest area, but this is how it's used. You just wipe it, swipe it across your skin. You do not stay in any specific area too long because you will end up with hickeys on your face. If you don't want hickeys on your face, then move this around. The redness will go away, and you will see that live as I'm going through my process. Okay, so normally I would have started with my, and you see, I'll just show you guys what came out. If you can see that, there you go. There you go. I know, nasty. Sorry, but gotta show you guys the proof, you know. But like I said, where I have blackheads, it's not coming out. Not with just this thing here. It's gonna need to take some doing. Then I just take it, stick it on my finger like so, and then in the cleansing water, shake that out, reattach it. Next area, my nose. Same deal. Go across. Do not stay in any specific spot, or you will have Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose just in time for the holiday season. I said seasoning. Season. Okay? That's how that's used. Now, normally I would get a lot out because of the creams and the serum that I use, but I'm getting a nice decent amount. Now when I use this same thing on my mom, even though these are very soft silicone heads, she said it felt like it was scraping across her skin. So I'm not quite sure. Oh, I did get a nice amount out. See that? But there will never be a blackhead in here unless there is by magic or something, or somebody has a tool better than mine. Let's do the water. Okay, always cleanse it in the water solution before you go to another part of your face. And you see the redness, right? Now this is where I have the majority of my blackheads, of course, and it will not suck that out, but it will bring it to the surface, and I can take it out then with the masks or the strips. Okay, always do it in an upward motion. So much came out of the, you see, and not a blackhead in there, but it will get off. It will slough off the dead skin cells from the top surface of your skin. It will pull out dirt and oil from inside your clogged pores. But that is as far as you're going with this. I like it because it's a very deep clean. Now I'm going to finish this off camera, and then we'll be back to work with the derma roller. All right. Alright guys, I'm back. You can see the redness in my face there. You see? That'll go away over time, except for this might last a little longer, being how when I went to swipe up, it just kind of like swiped and kind of wanted to stick. It's a very, you know, loose skinned area, so it really kind of stuck there. Alright, but that's the whole suction thing. Now we're going to go in with the derma roller, but right before we do that, I wanted to show you guys a few things here. These are prescriptions that I've had filled and hospitals that I've been in for my psychiatric treatment. The first place that I went to was called Coral Shores Behavioral, and you'll see my name on these too. Behavioral Health, okay? There's my name right there, Kathy Coleman. All right, my prescription, that was just my aspirin, but I will show you the actual medications. This one was from University Behavioral Center, and that one, Kathy Fitch. And there's my Seroquel, 150 milligrams. If you guys don't know, quite a pin, Seroquel, same thing. And then these are a lot of my other medications, but this one was from Orlando Health. This was also a psychiatric hospital. My name there, let me see if I can get to it. There we go, Kathy Fitch. At that time I was homeless. It was still out here in, of course, Orlando in Florida. And here's my birth date. So when I do show you guys my ID card, you'll be able to see that I am who I say I am. I'm starting to sound like Eminem, right? All right, this particular prescription was for what? The benzotropine. Oh, benzotropine. I know what that is. Okay, a lot of these on this here were for my, there goes my gabapentin. My gabapentin. Hope you guys can see that. There we go. All right, and some of these were just for my heart situation. My Risperdal, that's my psych med. It's gone up since then. That was 3 milligrams, but they've raised it up. My Trazodone, 50 milligrams. I think they kept that the same. All right, so, but that was just to show you guys that I'm not just saying, yeah, you know, I have these issues and so forth, and I don't have any proof. These are me. This is me filling out my prescriptions. So this is from out here when I filled out the prescriptions. You see my name there at the top. You see the medication, and this is like the pamphlet that they give you when you get your meds filled. All right, this is the Risperdal. All right, see my name there. Okay, my Pen, same thing, Seroquel, I just told you guys. All right, these are all the prescriptions filled already, so that's what I'm just showing. Now this is for my heart. It's actually for my lungs, but it helps for me to release all the liquids filling up in my lungs. Also, this one is the same kind of, oh no, I don't have that one there. All right, and then my metformin for my diabetes, my Novolog pen,
and I have another pen too. Give me just a second. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Oh, my Lancis pen. So yes, I take 2 pens and the pills. Potassium, because of the urination. You urinate too much, you have to replace the potassium. Myostatin, that's just the calcium. And then I have for my hypothyroidism, levothyroxine, I take that. And then for my heart itself, metoprolol. Do not get that mixed up with what Michael Jackson was taking or Prince, because that's not the same thing. Alright, it's not Profaflol, it's metoprolol. Alright, so those are my medications, and the one medication that I did not show was, where are you, little buddy? Oh, here it is. This is also a medication to help me urinate the liquids out of my lungs, okay? So it's butaminide, okay? Alright, so I do that, and then sometimes I have to do antacids, so I just have the Alka-Seltzer type, or Tums type thing here. My eyes get dry a lot, so I do artificial tears, and that should do it. Oh, and sleep aid. They normally, you would think that the Quetiapine would make me sleep, or the any of the other medications, but they don't put me to sleep, so I just do over-the-counter Advil PMs. And I also have what is the other one? Oh yes, this is the ZzzQuil Pure Z's. That really does help me sleep. I got the other ones before this one that didn't have anything else in it, just was for sleep by itself. And when I started taking those and they put me to sleep so fast, I went and got the one for immune support. Alright, so there you go, guys. That's my medical, what's wrong with me, PTSD, bipolar depression, anxiety attacks, panic attacks, same thing in the same, scale, or on the same scale, not the same thing, but on the same scale, anxiety and panic attacks on the same scale, and schizoaffective disorder. And then for my medical, I suffer from an enlarged weak heart and diabetes, as you see, hypothyroidism. I get cluster migraine headaches from bright lights, but for the purpose of doing these videos, I can tolerate it for a certain amount of time, but afterwards it's done. It's a done deal. So when you guys finally do get a chance to see my entire room in its entirety, which didn't make any sense to say, but anyway, when you finally get to see my entire room, you'll see how I keep my room, and it's just my peace. It's where I go for my quiet, absolute 100% quiet then, because I can close the door. But right now, while mom's not home, alright, oh sorry, I'm going in with the 5-in-1 Clearasil pads, and as I had mentioned before, they are textured, you see, and so they could be used as an exfoliant if you really went like this on your forehead, but I don't need to, so I'm just going to wipe it, swipe it, because I don't like to aggravate what's already going on with my skin. And I actually have, let me see, one pimple here, a couple of here, and I really wasn't breaking out until, like I said, I got stressed. And you see how I made that mark there? Now, if you don't have anywhere to go, so if you do this on the weekend and get that mark, it'll go away within 1 to 2 days, depending on how light you are, I suppose. You can clearly see I'm not a dark-skinned African-American woman, but I'm also not Caucasian white. So I'm right in between, and so I get red, but that's good for the purpose of demonstrating how this works, because within 2 days, now there's a lot of dirt on that one. You see what came to the surface after suctioning, as opposed to when I showed you this one after just wiping my skin? Now look at the difference. This is after suctioning and before suctioning. Okay? That's the dirt that came to the surface, honey. All right. I'm glad I kept that. Now we're going to go in with the derma roller. Like I said, I only use this one here. I don't know why I'm going to the camera. I'm sorry, guys. You guys know I'm new with this. I'll get better. I promise. Over time, I'll get better. Rub it inside of, or roll it inside of, rub it, the alcohol water solution. Now, how this is supposed to be done as opposed to how I do it, and then we'll move on to how I cope with all these things that are wrong with me and live with a narcissist. All right, so how you do this. It's 5 passes over the same area. Now, watch what I do. And I also clean in between each of the parts of my face the same way you saw me do with the suction. All right, so we just cleaned this. Now we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I target only the area I need to target. You go down in that direction. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 across. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You see that? Okay. Then you go diagonal this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'm only targeting the area that I have my pock marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay? And then I just roll it here, because I have like a really deep pock mark right there. So I just roll it over that, back and forth. It doesn't matter what direction, I don't care. Just as long as it's rolled over enough. All right, then we clean the machine. You see? The tool. I need to stop calling everything a machine. Not everything is a machine. All right, and we go to the next area. But this is how I do it. And I only have to do that twice. Because I'm going back and forth, back and forth. And as I go up, I'm hitting all of those areas as many times as I need to. So I'm getting the same results. What I'm not going to do is just do it the way they do it, because it takes me too long. And I have to keep counting out every little step that I'm taking. But this has been working for me. My pock marks used to be way deeper. Alright, so me and my medical issues and my mental issues, and how do I cope with the narcissists that have been in my life. Well, we'll start off with my parents. They were the first 2 narcissists I've ever known. But I didn't know they were narcissistic. I can promise you that. I didn't even know what narcissism was. I'm learning quickly. But because of that, I just grew up in a very abusive household with my 3 siblings, all older. I am the baby. Now, my oldest sister committed suicide in 2018. My brother, the one born right after her, attempted to commit suicide here in this house in 2016. And then he left out of this house. And that was the end of that. I don't know how long he lived with my mom, but I just know that he ended up leaving because he was going back and forth, living with mom and not living with mom, then living with mom because he was a mama's boy. So now we don't know where he is. And I only had found out, let me backtrack just a little bit, I only found out about my sister because nobody knew where she was. And when I came around, I decided to try to help mom find her children, and in doing so, we discovered my sister had committed suicide by slicing her own throat in 2018. It's very gruesome. I'm sorry that I'm so blunt about it, but we were never close, and it's not that I don't have any empathy for her. I just didn't really get along with my sister like that. And then, like I said, we found out via through me searching for her, and then also my other siblings, and that's how I found out about her. And so it wasn't really like something that was, you know, we didn't have time to prepare for, or we needed to prepare for, or anything like that. She was in the military. She was retired when she did it, and she was living in Ohio, and I guess it's just a choice she made to end her life, and that's what she did. And it's all stemming from, as well, from how we also grew up, the life we had to live with both my parents. All right, so that's that situation. My brother, he was always paranoid and always believed somebody was after him, and that he showed those symptoms for quite so many years that you would think that someone in the family would have tapped into it and got him help, but they didn't. And like I said, while living here with my mom, he attempted to commit suicide, and she rushed him to the hospital. He went and ended up in a place called Hope, that's out here in Florida, and then they released him because he didn't have insurance, and he then went crazy on my mom and like was screaming at her, yelling at her, something she wasn't used to, because as I stated before, he was a mama's boy. So it was very shocking to her, and then she asked him to leave because she was fearful of him. He did so, and he's never been back, and that was about 4 years ago. I have another brother who's a year older than me. We haven't seen each other since we were 15 and 16. I found him for my mom. She knows where he's at, which is in Tennessee. She doesn't want to see him in person because she's fearful of him, because he's still the type to go in and out of jail. Now, I stated that at the time of this releasing, I am 48. Right now, I'm still 47 because today is September 24th. But when I put this out, it will be October 10th or 11th. 10th, probably. All right? And I would have already turned October 9th. I would have already turned 48. My brother is 49 since April. And we haven't seen each other since we were 15 and 16. No love lost for me. That's just me. Like I said, bad upbringing. Parents, my mother was extremely docile. My father was extremely aggressive and abusive. So, give me one moment. Always close your eyes when you're spraying this in your face, because remember I said it has witch hazel. And give me one moment. Alright, that's it for the wipe down. That's the toner mist. It has the witch hazel and the lotus extract in it. You do not want these things in your eyes. Alright, now we're going to go to the serum and finish up about what I grew up with, and we'll talk again in my next video about something else. Alright, so here we go. The vitamin C first. I'll show you how much I put on my finger. It's just like a small pea size, okay? You don't need much. What you don't want it doing is drying out your skin. That defeats the purpose. And I do not like to rub. I like to pat everything in. And you see how red my face is? That'll be gone, and unfortunately I probably won't be able to show you, but normally it will be gone before I can finish a video. And then the excess I just rub like this. But you remember that the one, when I used the suction, that redness was gone. So this is from the derma roller. The redness you see now is from the derma roller, not from the suction machine. And the derma roller, you have to do, you have to add a little bit of pressure. Same thing with the retinol here. You only need a pea size, okay? And the same process. Dab, dab it, dab it, dab it, dab it. Get it into the skin. Do not let it be on. Rub it into your fingers, because what you don't want to do is waste it on your fingers. Okay, you want it on your face, you want it on your skin. And then of course do your neck and your décolleté. Ladies, do not forget to do your décolleté, and always go in an upward motion when applying underneath the chin. When applying all over the face, you do an upward motion. And then for the retinol, not the retinol, the hyaluronic acid, you're gonna get probably, it's a little more liquidy. It's still a great consistency though. It doesn't just fall off the hand, the finger. Okay, and same process, dab, dab, dab. All right, but yeah, so haven't seen anybody really, as far as my sibling goes, for quite some time, which leads me, as I was stating, my parents and how they were. My mom docile, my father aggressive, but he was a malignant narcissist. My mom is a covert, and I have to take care of mom because there is no one else now. And I mean that seriously. She's alienated her children to the point of I'm the only one left, and thank goodness for me being an empath and having compassion and having my knowledge of my mental illness. I do believe I was the only one of our siblings, not to be on some bragging crap because it's not for bragging purposes, but I do believe I was the only one to look into what was wrong with me because there was something wrong with my children. And once I found that out, I said, oh, it might be something wrong with me too. So I checked it out, and there it is. And now that I know what it is, I'm able to help more than hinder a situation. And so that's what I'm doing when it comes down to Mommy Dearest. She is, like I said, a covert narcissist. She exhibits a lot of the ego and everything else. In fact, I had to redo my introductory video. This was the third time I did it. So what you guys are seeing is a revised of the first, and then the new one that I did. I didn't like it, and I wasn't going to keep it because it was all about my mom and making her happy, because she looked at it and all of a sudden was, oh no, an attitude all day and all that. So I changed it, and then I changed it back, okay, to what I wanted to say and how I want the video to come across. And that's the video you guys are going to get. It's also shortened. The first video I ever did for the intro was actually 12 minutes and 36 seconds. And then the second one that I had to revise was, or the one that I ended up revising was 36 minutes and change. So that tells you what I had to put in, what I had to take out, and all that to make mom happy. And now it's like 5 minutes and change. It's the one I want, the one I'm going to use, and that's that. If she doesn't like it, well, she doesn't have to even look at my page, and she most likely probably wouldn't even do it anyway. But she overheard that one, and that's why it was like, walking around the house with a sourpuss face all day and showing attitude. Well, guys, I just showed you the ending of my facial. That's it. Doesn't take much, you see? Now, days when I'm going to do maybe my charcoal mask after I do the suction so that you guys can see how many blackheads come out, I'll do that video for you. And I think, it'll be, like I said, there's going to be other subsequent videos. My next one after this one will be hair. We are going to do something with this, honey, okay? This is permed, damaged, it's been dyed, it's been permed several times. It's damaged hair. I know it may not look like it is because I've been trying to take care of it, but it is damaged hair, okay? There's some graying going on, which I'm okay. I didn't dye it for the purpose of this video that I'm going to be doing. I didn't put anything in it, so in a couple of days, which is actually not really a couple of days, probably tomorrow, I'll be doing my hair video, okay? So that's how that's gonna go. That's only because I don't want to leave it too long without putting my oils and everything in it. And that's just for you guys. So please like, share, and subscribe if you like this one. And we'll be doing more videos, and I'll be talking more about the situation with me having to spend the rest of my mom's life with my mom until when she passes. That's when I'll be able to go about my business and live out the rest of my life if I can survive her. So you guys wish me luck. You will also be my help, because in being able to talk about certain things I'm going through, it helps me. And then I'm hoping in turn it helps you. And then I'm hoping in turn you keep on and we do this, back and forth with our dialogue and keep it going. And you guys can get not just a facial out of this and hopefully clearing up any of your problems with your skin, but you can also get some knowledge out of this, and maybe even give someone out there in the world some knowledge if they're dealing with something similar. She's not my first narcissist, but she will be my last. So just to let you guys know that. And so that's how that works. And I will continue this conversation in the next video tomorrow. All right? So remember, tomorrow's hair. And please like, share, and subscribe if you like this content. I know it's a little long, but that's what happens when you're talking about the narcissist or mental problems and trying to do a tutorial at the same time to please the masses. All right, guys, I love you all. Mwah. Peace out.